Senseless Smack TV.
Yes, people. I'll get it right this time. We are back.
What's up with the
The
fingers?
Senseless Smack Show.
Your fingers are long,
Yeah.
babes. I've never realised how long they are. They're very long. And
Yes.
you
So-
dirty-minded people. Fix up.
Yeah, but you came up with the. You didn't have to say that.
Sorry, that is me with the dirty
Yeah,
mind.
you're disgusting.
Oops. It is senseless smack though.
Anyway,
What are we
so
talking about today?
today we're going to talk about something that has been floating all over the internet. It's been everywhere. It's been back. It's been forward.
It's been round and round and
It's been
round.
round and round. It's caused beef. It's caused people to cry. Let's talk about Dutchavelli and his situation.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So should we start from the beginning?
Okay, for people that don't know.
Who Dutchavelli is first?
Okay, Dutchavelli is Steph London's younger brother,
Yes. Who's also a rapper.
who's also a rapper.
A well-established rapper at this moment. because-
Exactly. So 220, he was basically one of the top rappers.
Yeah.
But it seems like 220 has been his downfall as well.
Well, basically,
So he's having a horrible 220.
let's get into it. You get me? Because she's prolonging the 220, and everyone's had a bad 220. You get me? No one's had a good. Tell me one person. Not even Trump had a good 220. Like,
Oh, poor
so-
Trump. But he
you get
still
me?
hasn't put down his,
Yeah,
he's
but he
still
still ain't had a
fighting.
good. He still ain't had a good 220. He lost. Biden's the man.
He still ain't lost it.
Yeah,
He's taking him to court.
black vice president. Wow. Yeah. So anyway, let's get back to Dutchavelli. Dutchavelli had his Instagram hacked, and numerous amounts of
Information has been leaked. Videos
yeah.
have been leaked of previous girlfriends.
no, not previous.
No, there's been a few.
Oh.
There was Imani, I think it was Imani, anyway, a previous girlfriend. Then there was him DMing also another young drill artist, but 18. But all of that is nothing. We are going to move straight forward to the messages between him and the 14-year-old alleged.
So it's alleged that.
Allegedly, we have to use it allegedly.
He was allegedly that he was
grooming
a 14-year-old girl that he knew kind of personally because the family were connected with that.
She
family.
was the daughter of his previous manager's brother.
Yeah. So that's crazy in itself where you actually know this girl but some of the messages he put out a statement today saying that, he doesn't.
Let's first go to. So when the stuff was hacked, you guys, he was on his way to Dubai. He did a video en route to Dubai and basically telling everyone to F off, etc. But he also released this little power graph of the mum.
No. Let's say it for what it was. He told the so-called dusty rappers and road guys that, there might be another loss within the industry if they keep talking about this situation. So that riled up a lot of.
Was that for CBiz? Because the only person that
Yeah,
did that
to be honest with you, at the
was
no. Probably at the time when he saw the video, he,
because around that time, the only person that said
but
something.
there was other people.
CBiz said something and Bouncer said something.
Yeah, I think Fredo said something.
I didn't see the Fredos.
What's his name? Is it Reese? One of his boys from that area north, I think, or east. They said something. Asco, is it Asco?
Okay.
Asco.
And then he released a statement from the mum, which just made no sense.
As a parent, I'm not even going to talk about the mum because
that first statement, it was just not realistic.
Didn't.
That first statement was like, listen, the blogs were going crazy. The comments was going crazy. Like literally everyone's picked it up, apart from obviously mainstream newspapers and the record labels. Ain't said nothing yet. But
so Dutch has decided today to put out a statement saying, that he didn't do it basically. Well, actually, he didn't actually say he didn't do it in the statement.
No, in the statement
he actually said that if this happened, I would have been in prison.
I would have been arrested. The police would have been involved.
Yeah.
The parents have actually done a statement like you know, I'm really hurt, I'm close to the family, da da da. Like, are people stupid to think that I would pay off a mum for 50k, whose child that I've groomed? It makes no sense. Are you dumb out here? That's what he was technically trying to tell us. Are you guys dumb? Are you dumb, babes?
You see me, I'm a father of 3 daughters, so any talk of grooming, talking to underage girls and you're older, and you're dismissed from me.
Yeah, because even, okay, as much as his statement was realistic, I just keep going back to the messages between them. And there was one particular message that said, when are you coming over?
Yeah, that one for me, that done it for me.
I think that's like, how do you expect, like, when you coming over? Like, when you coming over?
That done it for me. I couldn't see, like, Amani in 4 years, and I look in her messages and I see a rapper who's 27.
Saying, when you coming over?
I probably bust her head and then bust his head.
Because the thing is, if their family, peep this, if their family and, you know, they're like that and they're very close, you could be having those messages on your phone. You know, they would have had each other's numbers as family members. Do you get what I mean? Like, I've got my 15-year-old, 14-year-old nieces and my nephews on my phone. So then, but what I'm saying is like, what I'm saying is, but what I'm saying is, if it was things like, oh, when you guys coming to see us, and that, then messages like that on DMs.
No, but
because they keep saying, these are family, we're close. You could have
but
had
even if you say that, like, even if you can take it to our stuff, like, there's a picture of a man grabbing a woman's...
Yeah, we'll create that picture. But then what they said that, which didn't make sense either, they said, we were talking about the hand gesture.
Now,
we're going to recreate the hand gesture.
So for me, what the problem was the timeline. So you got hacked, the information got put on your Instagram. When did these people have time to Photoshop it? So good.
Yeah, he said it's been manipulated. Some messages have been deleted to make it look like the flow of the conversation.
And to be honest with you, can hear that I'm sad because I was actually rooting for this guy.
Yeah, he was so talented.
Like I'm not even lying. Like, I'm rooting for this guy. I really want this to be not true. But the father in me, you know, the parent in me, is not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing, you know, like, oh yeah, well, that makes sense, you know? You know, him saying that makes sense. So the fact that you've got like a MO for liking young gal as well is not good. You know, the other little girl's what, 16, 17 or something like that? The rapper?
I think she was like 18, 17, 18,
something
I
like
forgot
that.
her name is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's an MO for it, and from my upbringing, whether it's been the streets, my parents, you know, whatever the case.
But do you think that whole cancel the culture movement is going to cancel him?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They cancelled him already.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in the cancel culture. I think the cancel culture is wrong as well, unless you've got 100% proof or conviction or something like that. That's when you need to cancel someone. Like, if there's a convicted rapist, yeah, of course. Like Solo 45 from BBK, he was convicted. You know, the witnesses came out and said that he did all sorts of horrible things, heinous things to these women.
So with this whole Dutchavelli thing, it's allegedly, like, as much as, you know, everyone thinks that DMs are proof enough, you know, he's saying it's manipulated. So I don't think anyone's gonna cancel him. No, record labels are
gonna what's gonna happen. I don't think anyone's gonna cancel him, but he's gonna have that stigma and that X on his back forever. So when certain artists that he may want to do music with, they're gonna think twice. You get what I'm saying? Like, I would. If somebody booked me tomorrow and said, you need to play at a Dutchavelli party, like, I think it would be.
And you know what? The only thing that could make his situation worse is if the ripple effect happens. So now that this story is out, that other girls might, you know, have the confidence to come out and say, you know what, he did this when I was at 14, or he did this when I was younger.
No, but it's only
Cody, the girl's cousin, did a statement today as well, basically saying that, you know, I can't believe, you know, you're lying, etc., etc. Remember when you go back home to the Caribbean and you're messing with young girls. So imagine if...
No, that's Cody, the son of Fox.
Well, he did that statement now.
He did that statement
so
now.
basically, imagine if all these other girls come out now, then that's a problem. But for now, he's not cancelled.
No, he's not cancelled.
Yeah.
Do you know, like I said, I was rooting for the guy. So it's sad.
He's talented.
It's sad. Like, he's affected... This talk has affected a lot of people. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to remember, as an artist, it's not just the artist. You know what I mean? It's a whole team of people that are going to be rubbed and smeared with this.
Yeah, well, obviously his management and all of that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know, what bad thing he did today was, he said on his statement in his video, 3 of my management, the people close to me, have access to my DMs. And if I was doing something sneaky in the DMs, would I have given them access?
That, for me, that don't mean nothing, because...
So now it's, if you're a paedophile and then them 3 technically covered up for you too, so then part of the problem.
Do you know, even saying that word is mad for a man? You know, that paedophile.
Yeah.
Like, the word...
Allegedly, not that we're saying,
I'm not saying nothing. Like, as far as I'm concerned...
We're just saying what the plugs are saying.
I'm just saying what the plugs are saying. I'm just telling you my feelings on what I've seen as a parent.
I know you, so you sound quite emotional when you talk about this.
Yeah, of course, because it's
not a good thing.
It's not a good thing to have a
stigma like that.
Like, you're troubling young girls. I've got 3 young daughters. You know, I've got one that's 2, I've got one that's 10, I've got one that's 5. You know what I mean? Like, that's like I couldn't see an older guy trying to manipulate, or even, because it is manipulation. You're older.
Yeah.
That girl ain't got that experience.
Grooming.
So when you're talking about grooming, it's very dangerous, because you're kids. You know what I mean? I remember when we were young, when, you know, New Kids on the Block, or, not saying that we're old, but you know what I mean, like Take That or something.
We're old, babe.
They could have manipulated the situation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they had social media back then and a young girl, you never know. Robbie Williams could have been chopping down young girls. You'd never know. So it's a sad one. But he hasn't put enough effort in his statement. You know what I mean? It's kind of like he's just coming and saying, hey, what man? I'm just gonna say what I'm saying. Yeah. You're gonna take it, and we're gonna move on
to the next.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, bro, like, you've got half of the industry, like, on your neck right now. But he seems like he doesn't care, he's carefree. So the people around him are keeping him grounded, I guess, and we'll see what happens from this.
Yeah, he looked like he got a lot of advice for that video.
But I'm
very like, you know, he had that media pep talk.
I'm very disappointed in the sisters though.
Why?
I think...
Steph hasn't said anything, which is great.
No, Steph was in the DMs.
Yeah, she was in the DMs to correct situations, but she hasn't come.
She shouldn't have done that. You're big, like, you're meant to have representatives that do that. Do you get what I mean? So you're not seen to be saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you're saying things like she might be lying, or you're a woman, innit? Like, this is a situation that women get themselves in all the time.
But she didn't say she might be lying, because nobody, the young girl hasn't
come
forward.
No, but that's what she was talking to Fox's Rare. But
she was saying don't make accusations.
No, but she was implying.
Because you're her. And because apparently they had, Cody and Dutchavelli had their own issues.
Yeah, of course. But what I'm trying to say to you is, what's that got to do with the fact that...
I think Steph behaved correct.
It's
the other sister that was moving
I think
reckless.
both of them moved just as reckless as the other one. The one just did it more classy. It was like a classy recklessness. Because you know, if you're going in someone's DMs, they can take a receipt. And the person that you are right now, the stature that you have, you shouldn't be allowing yourself to get receipted like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
And that's for me personally.
Because I'm trying to remember her statement, but she was more talking about, you know, you're talking from a place of hurt, you know, your dad didn't want this.
Who's talking from a place of hurt? If
that's
I wake up, listen,
when she was talking to
yeah, but that's wrong. If I wake up in the morning, do you know how early this happened? It happened bright and early in the morning. It wasn't like it was.
Listen, everything that happens in these blogs happens bright and you
early.
wake up and it's kapow.
No, it wasn't the blogs. I'm talking about Dutchavelli's actual page that they leaked. They put it on his page.
Okay.
So it wasn't like they waited or they hacked it the night before. No, they hacked it that morning and then put it up.
Reposted on his page.
And reposted.
On his main page.
Yeah, they reposted it like a list worth of things. That's how people started screenshotting and doing certain things. Do you get what I'm saying? Now there was one girl that tried to talk some shit, but it was invalid. It was cool. Everybody knew it was invalid. But the rest of it doesn't look photoshopped. And remember, we're talking to someone who edits and does stuff himself that, you know, manipulates pictures and that. And I'm not seeing any manipulation. I'm seeing straight up a conversation that was had in the DM. So it's difficult to swallow because from what I'm seeing from the DMs is not what he's saying. Like there's no innocence in talking to an underage girl and you're almost 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, that's why it's until he brings some proof. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm just gonna fall back with it because it's a bit mad.
Fall back.
You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for the families that are involved because, like,
both sides,
both sides there to move and all kinds of stuff. And I feel that he's in a very vulnerable place right now. He's in trouble because the characters I've seen talking about it, they're not no small characters. Mega Man's not a small character. You know what I mean? Like Clue is not a small character. See, Biz is not a small character. These are all big characters with big following too. You know, so I don't know, man. Oh yeah, and he blocked my boy Ira Refix show. Shouldn't have done that. That makes you look guilty, bro. Because you might have thought that Ira was going to refix you.
But he refixed him though, did he not?
Of course we did. We had to defend our honour. You get me? By blocking and restricting us. I want it from. Yes. Anyway, people, put your views in the comments. Do you think Dutch is
guilty or not?
Grooming? Do you think he likes talking to little girls? Or do you think he's innocent in this thing?
I don't get it. Why do men like to talk to young girls though?
I can't really answer that question.
Yeah. No. Even like, you know, when you see, you know, older men. Not even. We're not talking about. We're talking.
Sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes it's culture. It's the culture you come from. Like some African cultures.
Young things.
Some African cultures.
Are younger girls easy to control?
No, watch this. You can't lie when you've heard about a second wife in the Islamic culture where the second wife might be a young girl.
Yeah.
Where
but
they were older.
No, but as a male.
Same with the Caribbean ones.
They like the young girl.
I don't know, when they get to a certain age, it's like a midlife crisis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it a midlife crisis?
Like,
do you feel
younger?
Do they feel younger?
I don't know.
You don't know?
How am I going to know?
I don't know, you haven't,
I haven't troubled with young girl. I don't have no accusation.
Okay, well now we're not talking about under 16 or whatever. We're talking about men in general. Why do they like to go for younger girls?
Then they probably, I don't know.
Is that easier to control?
No. Why would it be easier to control? A girl is a girl. She's going to be difficult. She's going to be difficult. It doesn't make a difference in the age. What I think it is more of it makes them feel that, you know, they're going back to because that's what a midlife crisis is. It's when you think that you're at, you know, or you want to be.
They like the young thing.
Yeah, like
they want to feel younger.
But you can't talk shit because you milfs and you gilfs do it as well.
What is? I know. Who is a gilf?
Granny.
Okay, so what age are we going? A milf is what? I'll be a milf anyway.
Milf is like 35 to
40, 45.
Yeah, and then gilf is like 50 to.
A gilf. That's a new one.
That's not a new one because you see these old women
with their young thing,
but all dressed up in a certain type of way that is like, yo, that's not your age.
But okay, fine. women, but men marrying the young thing a lot more than female having
That's
their own
rubbish.
milfs.
Not in this day and age. I don't know where you think.
What do you mean?
All right. How's Naomi Campbell? How's Naomi Campbell?
She's a grown-ass woman.
Okay. Is she with an old man? Or was she just hugging up Skepta naked just the other day, rubbing titties on chest and everything? Alright, let's go on to another male. Halle Berry. Is Halle Berry with an old man?
Babes,
Hold
we're not
on, wait,
talking
wait,
about the famous people, we're talking about around the world.
I'm giving you examples of MILFs. So again,
you're picking up famous
no,
people.
the only ones that are real to themselves are the women that, like Angela Bassett now.
Okay, we're talking about everyday people.
Everyday people, they do it
You
as
go
well.
West London,
They do it as well.
you're seeing all the man them, these grown ass old crusted men
Alright, for
with
example,
their young gal.
where you're going, you're seeing that because that's what's attracted to your eye. Yeah? You're not looking at other women because you're women empowerment. And I get it, that's cool. But do not get it twisted. Women are just the same as men. Yeah? It's just that the difference is that men is blasted when we get like in trouble. Or we get caught, we get blasted. Yeah?
Blasts.
As in like, they get blasted. They get put on. Which girl do you know that had her car scratched up, mash up, and then and then it's online? Viral. I've never seen it.
Obviously when men cheat
You're not hearing
or
me.
whatnot,
You're
gonna get
You're
blasted.
not hearing me.
Yeah.
When a woman does her dirt, do you ever see
No,
card up, keyed up, spray paint all over your car?
Because we know how to hide our dirty laundry.
This is what I'm trying to say to you. So
women are
you
stupid.
So thank you. So you just answered my question and you proved my point as well. Women do not get chastised as men do because their dirty laundry is not out there. On top of it, I don't know any man that's gonna sit in front of a screen and say, "Oh my days, my wife cheated on me."
Yes, did you not see
that's
this?
a 1 in a
That
million.
guy the
That
other
was
day?
1 in a million though. I knew he was gonna try and pull it out, but that's 1 in a million. Tell me how many of those videos you've ever seen in your lifetime.
No, not a lot.
All right. You've seen Tyrese say, why are you doing this to me? Yeah, you've seen him doing that.
Yeah.
But that was it. He never told you what the girl was doing to me. He said, why are you doing this to me? Which I felt sorry for him, by the way, because he wanted to see his kids and read it. But these guys don't expose themselves. Remember, men are still have that alpha even when they're losing. So they're not going to want to expose themselves. The woman does that. Oh yeah? I saw a video that was hella funny the other day. It was so funny. So it started off with a picture of a guy. I shouldn't even say it because we're going to have Islamic people in there. But the guy was doing some fellatio. That's the word I'm going to use. Yeah? And he had some fruit while he was doing the fellatio. Yeah? But the next video was so funny. It was the wife filming him coming through the door. And his bags were at the door. And she was saying, yeah? So you like to eat fruit and them thing there? You like to eat fruit and them thing there? Yeah, pineapples, man. You doesn't do no pineapples with me, but you want to do pineapples with these dirty girls. And he was like, you're for real? That's not me, man. He tried to beg everything. Now, let's put the shoes on the other foot. You would never see a woman with her bags at the door, the man filming saying, yeah, motherfucker.
Is this what you did?
That's what you did, yeah, whipped cream and all that shit. Yeah, alright, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Because we're too clever.
So, with that being said, we've always been in the open. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why.
You guys just get caught, that's what it is.
It's not even we get caught. When we get caught, we get put out there. Because the
Both.
women have friends, yeah? So the women are going to now say, look what you did this pussy. Boop. Send it to people. Now we have the age of WhatsApp. They've then forwarded it. Yeah, watch
The
this
group
pussy.
chats.
Group chats, girl chat, all kind of chat. By Monday
Before
morning,
you know it, you're on the blogs.
you're on the blogs like this. You get me? Viral. So yeah.
So you have to be careful
You
now.
have to be careful, man. Listen, it's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Listen, the internet era, it can make you. and it
Or
can
break you.
You get me?
But we will catch you guys on the next episode.
Alright, make sure you're following Senseless Smack TV on YouTube, Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you're following Honeylove on all social media. She's
Instagram,
everywhere.
it's _honeylove. That's on Snapchat and Instagram.
Okay, online you can follow me at either Daniel Williams, Daniel Shots Williams, or Shots the Selector's Choice if you're interested in other things. And don't forget to subscribe, click the notification button, like, comment, and if you want to share any views about these things,
comment down
below.
below.
Senseless Smack TV.